Hi everyone, I'm Sam.
And I'm Walter.
And welcome to Unit 14, Stanford/Sports. So there's been some unfortunate news again due to coronavirus, and that is that Stanford University is cutting 11 of its 36 varsity sports. These sports include, some of their most prestigious sports, such as rowing, sailing, field hockey, volleyball, fencing, and more. And, this all comes from having financial difficulties. So basically, they've had to cut these sports, but they are still saying that they will honor their coaches and the scholarships of their students.
Honor.
Universities are also having a lot of problems with, the COVID outbreak, as Stanford has had a deficit of $12 million, and it seemed to have ballooned up to $25 million due to the COVID-19 situation.
Balloon.
But this is really kind of a terrible situation for everybody, and those sports, not all of them are considered quite popular, and things such as rowing, they don't attract a lot of spectators, so I guess there's no way to make money in this situation.
Spectator.
What sports did you play in high school or university?
I think basketball was the main one I played. I used to play with a lot of friends. It was fun. It's the only sport I actually played competitively growing up as a child as well. So basketball was a really big one for me. How about you, Sam?
For me, it was mainly football. Outside of school though. I mean, we'd play it in school, but it would just be at lunchtime or break time. Quickly grab the football, run to the field, play for as long as we can, and then go back to class. I never played for any school teams though. I love tennis, but that was mainly played outside of school.
Right, so talking about Stanford, and obviously they're going through a very difficult time for their sporting area. Like, what are the biggest sources of funding of universities in England, do you think?
In England, it's definitely through, it's got to be government funding.
Okay, yeah.
I can't really think of any other type of funding in England, really. I just know about America and the huge, especially American football, they get sponsored by different companies. Even their teams get sponsorships. It's kind of crazy the type of funding that they get. What about Noz?
I think depending on the sport as well, I think that there's certain companies that will back certain university teams for sports. As far as scholarship programs or anything, that's definitely government funded, or organizations depending on the subject. I know that certain organizations will back funding for universities in order to grow their industry. So these are some other ways of how universities get funded.
Right, so that does it for our preview section, and we'll see you in the review.